Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss one of the most important topic, which is your data inspection in pandas. This is going to be super useful. We will see the practical implementation as well. But before that, please subscribe to this channel to get latest such updates. And here you go. So let us try to understand what is data inspection in pandas. So data inspection in pandas helps us understand the structure, content and summary statistics of a data frame. This includes viewing rows and columns, data types and memory usage, descriptive statistics, index information, right? So pandas is one of the most important Python libraries, right? And mainly we are going to focus on data frame because this is one of the interview questions also being asked. So let's see what are the methods of data inspection. So df.head view the first 5 rows, df.tail view the last 5 rows, df.info summary of the data frame, df.describe statistical summary of numeric columns, df.shape number of rows and columns, df.columns column names, df.data is data types of columns, df.index index information, right? So these are the some of the methods. We are going to see the practical implementation that would be much more helpful for you and from your interview point of perspective as well. Yeah, so let's quickly jump to the practical demonstration. I'll go to my Jupyter notebook, and I hope you are familiar with this Jupyter platform. So what I have done here is I've just imported the pandas libraries. So this is the manual way of creating a data frame, like using the method that I've utilized is the dictionary method, where we have a key value pair, right? You can also get the data from CSV files, Excel files, and other data sources as well. Pandas supports all of them, and it is very much easy to get the data. So what I've done here is I've just created a data called variable, and then we have this key and then values. We have 4 columns: name, age, salary, department, and then I have utilized the pd.data frame. I have passed this variable data and then print df. So this is the way how to create a data frame. So this is one of the interview questions being asked, like how you are going to create a data frame. So here you can see that we have name, age, salary, department, and it starts, although it has 4 rows, but it is like starting from 0 index position, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So this is the way. Now let's go ahead and see our methods one by one. So first method that I'm going to see is df.head, right? So let me just quickly uh, see how it works. Df.head. So what it will do, so it will display the first 5 rows, right? So in this, how many rows we have? One, two, three, four. 4 rows are there. So it has displays the first 4 rows, right? If you want to display 2 rows or 1 row, it will display it accordingly. Suppose I want to display only 2 rows. So it is going to display only first 2 rows, right? So let me just quickly run it. And as you can see, it has just run the first 2 rows, right? So df.head displays the first 5 rows of the data frame or fewer if the data frame has less than 5 rows, right? So it is just going to display the top 5 rows, or as per your convenience, if you want 3, 2 or 1. So this is the method. You can pass the number here and it will display accordingly. Okay. So this is the df.head. Now let's jump to the another method which I am going to use is df.tail. Okay. So last 5 rows first without passing any number. Let me show you how it is going to run. So as you can see that it has displayed the last 4 rows. If I want to display last 2 rows, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass 2, and let's see what results it should give me. As you can see, it has given Kathy and David because these are the last 2 rows. So I hope the scenario is clear, right? Kathy, David, it has given the last 2 rows. So df.tail displays the last 5 rows of the data frame or fewer if this data frame has less than 5 rows, right? So I hope df.head and tail is clear, method is clear. Let's jump to the another method, which is your info method. So let's see how this info method works. Yeah. So if I run it, what it is going to give me, as you can see that it has given the summary of the data frame, like what it has given. So what are the number of non-null entries, right? In this, I don't have any null values, correct? And data types for each column. What data type? As you can see, for the name, we have the object, right? Because name, age, it is an integer, salary is also an integer, department is object because it is possessing the string value. If you see the name column and the department column, what are the values? We have the string value, so that is why the data type is showing the object, correct? And memory usage, like how much memory it has used. As you can see that it is showing 260 some bytes, right? So this is going to give us the information. I hope range index 4 entries 0 to 3, because ideally it has 4 rows, but as you know, in Python concept, the index and the string concept as well, it starts from 0, correct? So this is the info function, how it works. And then let us go to the another function, which is your describe. Let's see what does describe gives us. Yeah, so let me just quickly run it. So it is going to give us the descriptive statistics for numeric columns, including count, mean, standard deviation, and min maximum quartile values, right? As you can see, this is the statistical information. If you are aware of the mathematics statistics concept, we have mean, average, standard deviation, count, mean, right? So this describe function in pandas, or the method in pandas, helps us to give the descriptive statistics for numeric columns, correct? Because age and salary is the numeric columns, it is containing the numeric data, that's why it is giving us the descriptive statistics only for the numeric columns, right? So I hope that is clear. Let's jump ahead to the next function, which is your df dot shape. Let's see what it gives us. And we let's see. So df dot shape will gives us the number of rows and columns in the data frame, right? So how many rows and how many columns it has, it is going to give us. Just a second. Let me run this something. So df dot shape returns the number of rows and columns in the data frame. Like it has 4 rows and 4 columns. Just a second. Okay, I think we are not supposed to put the brackets here. So df dot shape gives us 4 rows and 4 columns, right? So if you go to my table previously above, if you see here, we have 4 rows and 4 columns, right? Name, age, salary, department, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 4 columns. So 4 by 4. So df dot shape gives us the number of rows and columns, right? As if I'll go to my PPT back again, so you can see that df dot shape number of rows and columns, correct? So this will give you the number of rows and columns of your table. Now let's check df dot, let's move to the another function, which is your df dot columns, right? So it will provide us the column names. What in your data frame, what is your column names are present, it is going to give you that column. So let me just run it quickly. So you can see that I have 4 column: name, age, salary, department, d type equal to object, because so this is the data type, correct? So it has list the column names. Okay, then let's move ahead to the next method. Let's see. Let that would be your df dot, just a second, d type. Df dot d type. So as the name suggests, it will provide us the data type of each column. Okay, so if you see, name is an object, age is your integer, salary is your integer, department is your string value. So object, why it is giving us here, the main reason being behind that is it containing the string values. So it is giving us the object, and age and salary are having numeric values, so these are giving us as integer. Okay, so df dot d type displays the data types of each column. Let's move ahead to next one, df dot index. Okay, so let's see how this function works. So df dot index provide about the index of the data frame. Okay, Here you can see that we have range index start equal to 0, stop 4, step 1, correct? So what is the meaning here, right? The meaning here is that if you go above, right? So you have four rows, one, two, three, four, correct? The start is from zero, right? If you are aware of the concept in Python, so it starts from zero index position, zero, one, two, three, correct? So start means we are starting from zero, okay? Then what is the another parameter in the range index? Stop equal to four, okay? So stop means from till where we have to stop, since we have four rows, so we have to stop till four. And what is the step we are taking? One step, okay? So this is the index shows us the index information like range or custom index labels, correct? So guys, thank you so much for staying tuned till the end of this video, and I hope this will definitely help you at least to get started with the pandas. And if you learn it, it is a very good concept in pandas, and I hope this video will definitely help you, right? So this is the summary. Let me give you the final summary, like a df.head view the first five rows, tail last five rows, info summary of the data frame, describe statistical summary of numeric columns. If you see df.shape column date types and index, we do not need to pass any parameter because it automatically has an inbuilt functionality, number of rows and column names, data types of columns, index information, right? So these are the methods. I hope that today's video will definitely help you, at least from interview point of perspective. We need a quick revision of the columns, so this will definitely help you. Please like this video, share among with your friends so that they can also understand the pandas, because in today's competitive world you must be familiar with the Python libraries, and it is super interesting libraries. Do understand it, and please share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.